Hi, welcome to the Quantity Surveying Studio. In this video, we'll be looking into the two ways by which the termination clause is applied in any contract. Now, these two ways are mainly the cause and convenience. So now let's look the difference between both these conditions. Now, first let's understand what termination is. A termination clause is a contractual provision that sets forth the circumstances under which agreements may be terminated. So basically, in any type of contract agreement between two parties, a termination clause will always be there, wherein if either party is not abiding by the contractual conditions or the obligations, the other party can implement this termination clause and apply it based on the different conditions that is being mentioned in the contract and take action, the required action. So this is not only in a construction contractual agreement, be it a rental agreement or in any industry, whatever contract is being agreed upon, a termination clause is always there. In a construction contract, there are two types or two ways by which a termination clause is executed. So one is for cause and the next one is for convenience. So now let's look both in detail. So first we'll look into what termination for cause is. We'll understand the definition first. So this comes into effect when either of the party cannot fulfill their contractual obligations. So as the name suggests, cause, due to some reason, the reason is the non-fulfillment of the contractual obligation. So if any of the party is not fulfilling any of the contractual obligation that is mentioned under the clause, then the other party can apply this clause and they are liable for all the cost or time implications that is being mentioned under the clause. Now let's see some example of termination for cause. So first we'll understand when an employer can terminate the contract. So mainly an employer can terminate the contract if the contractor abandons work in between, or they are not able to rectify, remedy or proceed a work within a notice period that is provided to them by the employer's person or the employer appointed engineer. They will be instructing some works that needs to be rectified within such and such time. So if that is not being carried out at that time, the employer may terminate the contract, or else when a contractor subcontract the whole work without any agreement or without notifying the employer, again when the contractor becomes bankrupt or insolvent or they are under liquidation, if the contractor offers bribe or gift or any other reward for non-adhering to any contractual conditions, so if they are offering to some personnel of the employer for carrying out some kind of help for them, such condition also the employer may terminate the contract. And there might be other different terms and conditions that is set in a contract under this clause. Depending upon the type of contract, there might be a lot of other exclusively mentioned reasons under which the employer can terminate the contract. Now we'll see examples where a contractor can terminate the contract. So this will happen when the employer is not providing a payment certificate within a required time period, or if they are failing to provide their financial arrangement proof to complete the project. So if this is not provided within a certain period, then the contractor can terminate the contract. Again, if the employer is not paying the amount that is due under a payment certificate within a mentioned period, again at that time a contractor can terminate the contract. When the employer becomes bankrupt or insolvent or gets liquidated, then again when the employer suspends the work for a very long period, which will be affecting the whole work without any reason. And basically, if the employer is not performing his contractual obligations, which is mentioned under the contract, or any other terms and conditions that is set forth under this clause. So these are the conditions where a contractor can terminate the contract. Now under a termination for cause, the payments are made in different ways. So if the employer is terminating the contract, then they can stop further payments to the contractor, and they can also utilize the materials and equipments for carrying out the completion of the project. Again, the contractor will also be liable for all the cost that is being incurred for completion of this project, and they can also claim the performance bank guarantee and the advance bank guarantees that were submitted by the contractor to the employer for the proper completion of the project. So if they're not adhering to all the contractual obligations, the amounts mentioned under these bank guarantees can also be claimed by the employer. Now, if the contractor is terminating the contract, then they are liable for all the payments for the works that has been completed till then. They can also receive any amount of loss of profit or damage that is being sustained due to the termination of the contract. The performance security should be returned back to the contractor because it is not their fault that the project is not being carried out. So at that time, this needs to be returned back, and any other terms and conditions can also be applied under this clause for the payment. Any other fees or any other percentage can also be added to the clause. Now let's see what termination for convenience is, the definition. So this comes into effect when there is no contract breach made by either of the parties. So like termination for cause where there was a specific reason or condition, here there is no such condition or reasons that is being applied. So to understand it more clearly, we'll see an example, like if there is a lack of fund in between the project by the employer, or if the employer thinks that this project is not required for completion of, they feel that this project will not be a useful project for them. At that time, they can use this clause. Then a force majeure happening and suspending the work for a long period. So at this time, any of the party can terminate the work since a long period is holding the project, and any other terms and conditions can also be added. There might be some government related problems, any terrorism acts, or any war happening, or any unforeseen conditions that happens which is not at all predictable, and due to which the project completion may be halted, and due to this any of the parties can apply for this termination for convenience. Now, the payment terms under termination for convenience will be the contractor will get paid for the work they have completed, and they can also recover some termination expenses that is being mentioned under the clause, such as some demobilization cost and penalties for ending other contracts, such as some agreements they would have entered into agreements with other subcontractors or suppliers. So in between, if the project is terminated, they are liable for the expenses that is incurred due to this. Now the owner no longer has to make any ongoing payments. Only whatever work has been done, only the payments for that is required, and is typically not required to pay the contractor any profit or damages arising from a cancelled job, and any other terms and conditions that is being mentioned under the clause. So if any other fees is there or any percentages that is being mentioned, such things can be added to this clause. So I hope the two different ways of termination is clear. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to Quantity Surveying Studio for more such informative videos. Thank you all for the support. Please keep supporting Quantity Surveying Studio so that more better content can be uploaded to this channel. Take care, stay safe, bye.